Hey guys, welcome to Braddels Gaming and to another episode of my Far Cry 5 community creation series. In this series I feature other people's maps from the Far Cry 5 arcade, and I'm also back on the channel after quite a long hiatus once again. The past 2 months, the September and October just gone, have been my busiest months to date this year, and unfortunately November doesn't get any freer, as my next big wave of assessments for the course I'm studying in will soon arrive. Nonetheless, I wanted to at least release one video, if anything, and today's map, called Harvest DM by SBS on the Xbox, is another awesome map we're going to be looking at today in the Far Cry 5 community creation series. Harvest DM is a farm-based deathmatch map where players spawn in on an idyllic orchard farm, pistols only, and run around aimlessly in the open as they seek to stave off enemy players coming from all different directions. Now that sounds chaotic enough, but speaking from someone who's played quite a few of SBS's maps before, I know the fun, creativity, and chaoticness doesn't just end there, and this is something I quickly realized upon playing this map on my first playthrough. Now that gameplay was a lot more action-packed than the gameplay you're going to be seeing today. The only reason you're not seeing that gameplay is because it had so much action it actually broke my game and I got disconnected from all the carnage. It was a shame too, because I spawned in mid-game and found myself quickly jumping up the leaderboard into the top 3, but I digress. What SBS has done to make this map even crazier is the addition of mulcher tractors, or as I love to call them, munchers. These tractors are so bloody satisfying to get kills with, literally. And without sounding like a serial killer here, they are generally one of the best and bloodiest, funny ways to kill things in Far Cry 5, whether that be other players, animals, or the Peggies in the Far Cry 5 campaign. I don't kill near as many people with the tractor in today's gameplay as I did in my first time playing the map, but nonetheless, this map was too good not to share with all of you today. Also, I feel like this map is quite appropriate for the occasion, as today it is indeed Halloween. I wouldn't classify this map as a horror map, but then again, horror can be subjective to an extent, and I know there's heaps of horror-inspired television and film that's made many references to farms and its collective theme. This map takes place in broad daylight, and as you would have seen from the cinematics, I feel it's more of a dark comedy if anything, with SBS putting full effort into the creative comedic side of their map build, incorporating many of this farm's animals, especially the cows, in weird and wonderfully funny positions, doing human things which definitely cracks you up the first time you see them. Particularly if you've randomly spawned into the map, and take a few players out, then spin around to find yourself staring into the view of a cow seemingly out of nowhere playing a guitar. It's definitely one of those far out moments, and actually something I feel like Ubisoft would do in one of their campaigns. In fact, come to think of it, there's quite a few wacky missions that come to my mind from Ubisoft's Far Cry campaigns that encapsulate the same wacky thinking SBS has indeed implemented here on this map. And in the next few cinematics, including the goat on screen, you'll see some more wacky Easter eggs that SBS has put on their map. And on this note, this being a multiplayer map, I think it's pretty easy to miss a lot of the detail SBS has created. Not that that's the fault of the creator, nor is it the fault of the player, but just a side effect of this game mode, that being that everyone is trying to survive and eliminate each other, so they just don't have the time to fully immerse themselves in everything that has been made to amuse them on this map. Now luckily for me, being a YouTuber that does this community creation series and to capture cinematics for mostly every map I feature on the series, I was able to go into the map editor and really observe everything SBS did to make this map the funniness that it is, including taking the time to find the strange and peculiar Easter eggs, some that are quite hidden away from plain view in the cinematics which you have seen rolling throughout the video. Easter eggs such as the zoo animals, the goat in the window, the four-legged friends on the second level of the barn, and the cow reading his newspaper. It was really quite fun to explore the map for what it was inside the map editor without having to worry about someone hitting me over the head with a shovel or obliterating my body with a muncher. And I'd also encourage all of you out there to look at other people's maps from this behind the scenes perspective as well, as it can really open up your mind to new ideas for your own custom map creations, or as I've done with SBS's map today, to explore it freely, free of danger, and really be able to appreciate it on that deeper level. The other notable thing to mention is the time SBS has put into the creation of custom-made structures around the map. It's impressive alone that they're all made from scratch, but what's even more impressive is the ability to have made them fully destructible as well. And as a map editor myself, I know how difficult it can be to build custom structures out of generic shapes, but structures that are also destructible as well, that takes it to a whole new level. Especially in multiplayer where the budget is quite restrictive, SBS would have also taken some time to consider how to space out the structures in a way that would prevent each structure from exceeding the budget grids it were placed in. Now, I also love each structure as well because they really do look believable to the point that if you're not a seasoned map editor yourself, you probably would think they were just Ubisoft made assets and also not destructible by default. So it's nice SBS also added a notice in the sky via the banner plane to let all players know that the buildings are indeed destructible. Also, by having the buildings be destructible, it also adds another element to the gameplay in that players won't always have the ability to hide behind cover, because as the game time progresses, the amount of cover on the map in theory should also reduce. Now, the only con on this map I could find was that some of the fences used to break up different parts of the farm, while still being accessible to the tractors, could be a little difficult for the tractors themselves to seamlessly move over these fences. So perhaps, if possible, not breaking the budget limit that is, easier fences to knock over could be replaced here to give the tractors more reign over their entire movement throughout the map. Also, I felt personally attacked by SBS when seeing the other notice in the sky, that being that people who power punch and neck snap are noobs. I feel like I've been personally called out on that one, considering those are my number 1 and 2 melee strategies, but then again, when you've got a badass like Hitman doing that on a daily basis, the neck snap specifically, I think I'll keep being a neck snapper and a power puncher, even if SBS thinks those people are noobs. If you want to beat the game, you gotta play the game, or something like that. Also, SBS, if you're calling a neck snapper out like Hitman a noob, then I think Hitman might want to have a little chat with you. Anyways, not trying to start a war here, as I don't even know SBS, but a bit of parting banter to end the video either way. Nah, but in all seriousness, this is a super solid map. 10 out of 10 for creative comedicness, the ingenuity of custom-made destructible structures, and the bloody implementation of maleficent munches. I really enjoy this one, and having played it over 2 years ago, I thought it was bloody well time I finally shared this one with all of you. So I hope you'll consider playing this map for yourself, as I can absolutely guarantee you'll have a fun time as well. This was Harvest DM by SBS on the Xbox, and also be sure to check out their other maps as well, as they're all a great time. And a happy Halloween to you all. Thanks for still supporting the channel whilst I've been away, I really do appreciate it, and hope to get more videos out to you, including a new speed build that also has some very exciting custom made structures. But without any further ado, I'm Braddels Gaming, I'm signing out now, and remember to have yourselves a great day, including gathering lots of candy for another hauntingly happy Halloween.
almost there. Victory is imminent. You're almost there.